Welcome guys, it is week 6 and we're back with another update, and I said I'm going to be consistent, but I'm going to be real honest with you guys today. So follow with me as we head inside and I break down the realness of actual property development and project management and just what goes on in this construction game. Because essentially we're going to go in there, I'm going to give you an update, but you'll be able to see it's been another quiet week. And this week has been very quiet because I've had to fire some people. I've had to fire the plasterers. So as I said before, I wasn't too happy with how quick the pace that we're working at. And yeah, we just, other issues uncovered as we went along. You'll be able to see, I'll break it down to you as to why I was not too happy with them. Great quality of work, but it's just the speed and the time that I'd like to complete this in. And even the amount of people that were on the job wasn't as what was essentially promised. And I feel like the key thing in business is to make sure that, you know, you are under promising, over delivering, and they did the complete opposite. They over promised and under delivered, which really started to grind my gears. I was losing my patience, and essentially I had to tell them to don't come back onto site. And luckily, this is the key thing, I had already paid them. I only paid them 20% of a deposit to be able to start the works, and I won't be paying any more invoices from them anymore, because that's what you do. You only put down maximum 20%. Some people get away with only putting down a 10% deposit, but my thing is 20%, and then we'll kind of see where you're going with that, and then we see how much work is completed, and then we can continue creating a plan on how I will be paying you moving forward. But the good thing is just having that 20% had allowed me to cover my backs so that I can pull out. And if I'm not happy, it's bye-bye. So I'm essentially going back to my old plasterers who I have used before, and I do know that the work rate is up to scratch on this job. So they're gonna come in. Originally, I didn't use them. Let's walk into here. Originally, I didn't want to use them because of their availability, but now it's funny because they wasn't available for the time that I wanted them to start. I had to get someone else in, and funny enough, they were actually a recommendation. But again, recommendations are things you always have to take with a pinch of salt. People are only as good as their last job. But I'm just going to get my old plasterers in here, and they will smash out the job in hopefully Monday, Tuesday. So we're Saturday. It's actually my birthday today. Shout out to all the Libras. I think I'm a Libra, but 23rd September, we're on site. This is just a quick one before, because I said I'm gonna stay committed to giving you guys the update. So today, gonna come here, do this update, and then party later for my big 25th, which I'm really excited about. So thank you guys. And if you want to give me a gift, just subscribe. Just subscribe, like, comment, and share. And that's all I want. All I want is a couple more followers, couple more subscribers, and people to just join the community and follow us along this journey to generational wealth. So yeah, essentially in this room, nothing much has happened in this room again. I'm not too sure this week. It has been a quiet week, but nothing has happened actually. Nothing has changed because we was essentially just waiting for the plasterers to get down here. The only thing that we have realized is that we will have to bond these walls quite a bit just to straighten them up, make sure that when they're plastering up, and even when we're putting the skirt in, the balls are completely straight. But yeah, essentially nothing much has happened in this room. It's just the same old, same old. But if we look back upstairs, if you come up here, you'll be able to see how much was being completed prior to the plasterers being asked to leave. And so we had this room here before. I'm not too sure if that was done already. We had this room, which is 80% done. So the ensuite's done, ceilings are yet to be touched, and you've got all this wall here yet to be touched, but it started being bonded, but still yet to be completed. And the only room that has essentially been completed is this room. And this is why I had a problem, because the time that I last came in here last week, I think they were instructed to start 2 weeks ago. So we've been 2 weeks on this job in terms of plastering, and we've only been able to complete one big room. So this is the first room ensuite in here, And then we have that room that was 80% done, and we have that small, very small room there. That's all that's been done in 2 weeks. And I was told initially when I brought them on board how many guys they're gonna have. They're gonna have like 4 men here. They're gonna smash out the job. They're gonna be working from 6 a.m. right up to 6 p.m., 12-hour shifts. And that's essentially what didn't happen. First of all, I had 2 guys on job and I was happy with them. They're really good guys, but just wasn't working fast enough for this type of project. I feel like when you are taking on tradesmen and contractors onto specific type of jobs, it's good to see what type of environment that they've worked in before. So if it's just a residential homeowner's job, like owner occupiers, essentially their time frames aren't as tight and they're not working in such fast-paced conditions and fast-paced environments. Because really and truly, as a developer, I want guys that will be on there, keeping with the quality, but being able to work at a very fast pace, knowing that time is money and every day essentially counts. And I can't afford to just be on site and dilly-dallying and have things done well, which I do appreciate. I'm not going to fault any of the work, but just not quick enough, and just not how I'd like to work on these type of projects, because time is money in this game, and the more time you spend, the more money that you're spending. So it was just best for me to kind of put that relationship to bed before it kind of got any worse in terms of my frustration and whether I'd work with them in the future. I'd rather say, you're right guys, it's good, happy with the work, but just not fast enough, and I'll just use the guys that I'm used to now. So I'm bringing them back on board to finish off the job and make sure we do this on time. Not much of an update today, but as you can see, it's very nice. Like, it looks really nice plastered. So once this whole house has been plastered, I'm gonna probably start with the mist coat on the top floor and just work our way downwards. But you can see this is the realness of property development. This is the realness of project management and the construction game. It happens, and you just have to keep on rolling with the punches, as I like to say, because these things happen and you can't really cry about it. You kind of just have to find a solution. I think on Monday, when they didn't turn up on Mondays, when I realized I need to find an alternative because I can't keep going at this pace. This is way too slow. And first thing I did was I got on the phones and I went into my contact book and just reached out to the guys that I know can do the job and see if they have availability and just book them in to kind of come in and just finish off the job. But it is what it is. We're week 6. Luckily, I wouldn't say we're too far off schedule in terms of the completion date, because everything is just ready to be plastered and then start on the second fixes. I just need to go to Howden's to finish off my kitchen order. So I need to finalize my kitchen order, and once that's done, we're gonna get that fitted in as well. So all the flooring's been completed, that's all been leveled. Just need to screw it down, but we'll bring up the pipes for the radiators first before, and we've been able to put the ducts in there. So in these en-suites, it's gonna need to be extracted. So what we've done is we've ran the duct pipes through the joist, and that's gonna go straight out so that they're well ventilated, and it reduces mold, because mold is a real big issue that you get in these kind of projects. It's something that is very common in new builds as well, because you tend to see that a lot of new builds don't actually have any windows and they have weak air vents. So it's just making sure that it's well ventilated to reduce mold and prevent that as much as possible. So week 6, back on site. I said I'd be consistent. I said I'm showing you the realness. I said I'd be completely transparent with you. But as I say before, we're solution orientated and problem solvers. So week 6, and it's not stopping here. Full force back next week and with a much better update, and I can 100% assure you that will be the case. So I'm excited to show you that. And if you guys want to come onto site as well, see this project in action, on the 30th of September, I'll be hosting a site visit. I've released tickets to my mail list like 2 weeks ago, so there's only 3 tickets left. So if you'd like that, just click on the link below and come onto site, and I'll show you how I strategized this deal, how I structured it, and all the insights into property development and how to creatively structure deals in this market, because that is very important. Because I need to let you guys in on a little secret on how I'm actually financing this deal, which I'm excited about. So if you're interested, just make sure you click on the link below. Also follow me on Instagram at EthanXHammond for daily updates. And just make sure you book a call as well with me, see how I can help you. If you want to join the mastermind, accelerate your growth and learn from my mistakes, then just book a call with me and see me in the next update. So back next week, week 7's update. We've got our site visit, so I'll have some clips about that as well in the next video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.